Hello, and once again, welcome to the Powerhouse of Life. This video will help you understand the process of cellular respiration in living organisms. We recommend that you first take a look at the entire page before continuing to watch this video in order to understand the concept of energy. In order to survive, living organisms need to be able to capture the energy stored in our foods to perform daily activities like exercising, as well as basic and essential activities like breathing. You also need energy to write with the pencil as you take notes from this video, and as you use the mouse to navigate this website. Every cell in living organisms utilizes ATP as the most immediate energy currency to create movement, start reactions, and break down other essential nutrients. ATP is a chemical molecule that contains three phosphate bonds. These bonds, when broken, release a large amount of energy. The cells in our bodies harness this energy to initiate the biochemical reactions necessary for us to live. This mechanism is called energy coupling. The molecules that result from the bond cleavage are recycled to synthesize more ATP. Aren't you now wondering how is ATP regenerated in our bodies? The foods we eat contain sugar molecules called glucose. Once ingested, our cells take them up in order to initiate cellular respiration. Through a series of oxidation reactions, which are reactions that remove electrons from a molecule, the process of cellular respiration utilizes oxygen and glucose molecules to release ATP. This mechanism is rather complex and takes a relatively small amount of time to break down one glucose molecule. The breakdown of sugar first starts in the cytoplasm of our cells, where a few ATP are made. Here is also where NADH is generated for the first time. This molecule is a vehicle that carries the energy stored in glucose to generate large amounts of ATP. This energy is carried in the form of electrons in a reaction called reduction reaction of NAD+. NADH then travels into the mitochondria where the glucose molecules is further broken down. Mitochondria are the organelles that house a series of reactions that break down glucose into ATP. To learn more about this organelle, click the mitochondria and chloroplast link. It will be helpful to pause this video now in order to understand where this mechanism takes place, as well as how its structure contributes to cellular respiration. Inside the mitochondrial matrix is where most of the ATP is synthesized. Here, more NADH molecules are also synthesized from the oxidation of glucose derivatives. Additionally, another energy carrier called FADH2 is generated. These molecules also carry electrons from the glucose derivatives into the next and final steps of cellular respiration, the electron transport chain. Before we continue, let's recap what we've learned so far. So far, we have retrieved the energy stored in glucose in the form of a few ATP molecules and electron carriers known as NADH and FADH2. Only a small amount of energy has been generated, and this is not enough for humans to survive. We have learned about energy carriers, but not about their function in cellular respiration, which is the topic we will discuss next. The electron transport chain is a group of proteins that are embedded in the mitochondrial membrane. This is where all the NADH and FADH2 travel in order to make a large amount of ATP. The electrons in these molecules are dropped off on the chain. Their energy is used to pump hydrogen protons to mechanically synthesize ATP. Here's where oxygen is converted to water by a reduction reaction, which is the gain of electrons. This is how it all looks in your cells. We have reached the end of cellular respiration. Approximately 38 ATP molecules are generated per glucose molecule. Some of the byproducts of the collection of reactions in this mechanism are carbon dioxide and water. Overall, this process is relatively complex but very efficient. Every cell in our bodies undergoes cellular respiration to produce the necessary amount of energy to live a healthy life. It is important that we eat healthy and hearty foods in our daily diets in order to maintain the efficiency of this system. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. Stick around to learn more about photosynthesis in the next link. But in the meantime, it's time to take a little quiz to test what you've learned so far. Click on the link below to access the quiz.